Hello there guys, this is the 5th episode of my tutorial series, and in this video I'm going to be covering switches and scissors and what my general thoughts are on those aspects of dogfighting. So first of all, you have to know that scissors and switches cannot be performed properly without timing them right. So you have to read the radar, you have to listen to the sounds, you have to have some experience basically, but I'm still gonna do the best I can to give you an idea of how to do this. Now first and foremost, let's hop into some scissors. And scissors are basically defensive maneuvers where you try to break your opponent's angles by basically going forward in a kind of barrel roll type pattern. Now to perform this move, you have to use your rudders. This is key, you can't do it without it. I've talked about rudders before, so here I'm gonna show you the basics of how to use the rudder when you're performing a scissor roll. So when I'm getting into this move here, I'm holding down my left yaw, which is A on my keyboard. This is also known as counterclockwise, which is the opposite direction of the clock's tick. Now, let's say I want to start scissoring in the other direction. That's no big deal. It's called clockwise, and that's where I use my right yaw / rudder. Now let me explain a switch. A switch is basically a sudden change in direction meant to confuse your enemy and prevent him from getting a shot at you. Performing a switch is all about timing, so you have to make sure that you switch at the right time, otherwise your enemy might get better angles on you and maybe even a kill shot. When you're performing a switch, it's really important to look at the radar and listen to sounds. Did you hear that swish? That gave me an indication of when I'm actually supposed to switch. If you were to use ECM, I would not have been able to see him on the radar, but I would still be able to hear him and switch him. So this here is basically a zoomed in picture of my air radar, and as you can see I have a jet on my tail right now, and I'm doing everything I can to break his angles. I'm trying to throw him off me. I'm switching, I'm scissoring, and doing everything that it might take to getting him off my tail. So if you make a summary, breaking angles is basically going up when he thinks you're going down. So this is basically the same thing but with scissors. Every time he goes to the right, I go to the left, and vice versa. Never rely on scissoring 100% though, because most pilots can follow constant scissors nowadays. So yeah, switching, scissoring, all these different maneuvers are basically meant to throw your opponent off and break his angles, but never rely on one technique 100% because you'll gain a lot more from combining everything. So unfortunately, that was all I had for this video, but if you like this and learned something new, why not leave a like? And if you have anything you wonder about, just send me a comment, private message, I'll be here. Peace.